It is Thursday on Raid Shadow Legends, but you knew that. Now, the general consensus regarding HYDRA Clash has always been that it's been a bit glum. You do what you can because you need those stun skin and protection accessories because the game is balanced around the former and the latter is also really helpful. And a lot of the times you just don't get them because you and your clan don't have all the people with Trunda and Yumiko and Wixwell, Yannicka, etc. You know, all the stuff where you press a button and you do 50 times as much damage as an entire clan. That doesn't have it. Life's not fair, and neither is this game, but it doesn't mean you have to sit there and just endure it. But even then, sometimes, if you are those Trunda clans, or you avoid them, then you end up just not getting much anyway, because the game has a strange obsession with giving you protection accessories for Ogren tribes. Don't even try calling it confirmation bias. Everyone has 5 million Ogren tribes accessories. And it turns out that Plarium have decided that instead of just expecting people to, hey, pay up, they added a compromise system in which has actually been better than what we were expecting in terms of these boxes here. Now, I've already done a key because I felt like it, and Brutal, I one-shotted it with this comp, and I'll go through it real quick. Now, it's nothing that you haven't seen before, it's all champions that everyone knows exist in the game, but Duchess has been downgraded a couple times at this point. I barely use her apart from for HYDRA and occasional limited content. Just there as Veil, Revive, etc. Then you have Teox, who is... Teox is Teox. I don't need to explain his champion too much apart from just how he's probably got the most overloaded A1 in the game. So combine this with... Let me find him. Old man with swords, and as for his gear, he's in makeshift stuff. I'm going to improve this at some point, but old man clicks him with a sword. He does lots and lots of damage, and if you put Hex on there, because let me find my Necmo file, whichever one it is, and the correct Yugo I was using. Where is he? Am I blind? Oh, it's Lair. Oh, she's Lair. Right. And who was my last one? Oh, Morley. Morley, where are you? And the rest of the comp is just... Oh, she's just Provoke that doesn't place a hit, so goes straight through Poison Cloud if it's up. Yugo is Yugo. Should be in Affinity Breaker, but it seems to work well regardless. And Nekamo is in Cursed. Pretty slow, but it's really hard to get good cursed gear because the dungeon for it is not particularly good anytime that cursed 3x isn't on, so I'm just making do with what I have, and obviously getting good gear is just keep pressing pulling the slot machine lever and hoping you get what you want, and I'm not going to bore you too much of law of averages, but the odds are ridiculously low. So anyway, that's been my Clash key so far. It went pretty well. Eventually I died to a 3% because Morley's Provoke didn't work and then Decay cleansed, and but I was close to Enrage in a way when, the counter's at 2 and they're eating someone almost as fast as you can break them out. But if there's one thing I don't get is why people... Actually, let me just move this because you can't see other boxes. Okay. Actually, I'll put it here. If there's one thing I really don't get, it's why people... Actually, move it down. Okay. Here's fine for now. Is why people don't complain about this. They're saying, oh, but 4th and 5th don't get anything. Yeah, that's kind of partially the point. Like, sure, you want at least some kind of compensation box, but if you look at this, then okay, you're gonna get 3 accessories at most. Potentially even less, including 4-star if you're a early game account and you're just doing what you can for HYDRA. So if you've got a 4th and a 5th place box, it's going to be even weaker than those, and you're to next to nothing anyway. And meanwhile, you have this for, okay, if you can't do 70 million, then sure, then either way, you're probably at a point where HYDRA is not this overly concerned to you because you've got other areas to sort out first. But if you are one of the many clans who actually puts up a decent amount and then you lose because, you know, Trunda, etc., then you are getting these boxes. Now, I'm going to click them right now, but this gives you 2, and it's anywhere from 5-star epic to 6-star mythical. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's up to 6 legendary, and then it goes up to the same thing until this is basically just this box over here, which it gives you 4, but it's any of these. Now, one thing I was going to mention was, because Plarium's quality assurance is laughably bad, the people who did this straight on release were finding they got regular spider accessories and not protectional stone skin. It's honestly kind of sad how Plarium can't do a single thing right the first time around. Like, you make enough money, just hire a couple people for quality assurance. I'm sure that whatever addition of the art of payroll is offset by the next time IPR and GNL proceed to go against each other in CVC for 200,000 million points. So, yeah. Anyway, that's myself harping on, but yeah, I don't get why people would have been happier if instead of these, which benefit anyone who can at least get some kind of decent score, they just wanted some kind of pity box of 4th and 5th, while the people who do actually get, you know, all the way up here sometimes get nothing anyway, which is just a disappointment, and not even one you can do anything about, because there's no way to like buy these, and there shouldn't be. If there is, there's gonna be trouble. That's all I'm gonna say on that matter. So obviously you want me to open these boxes, and it's not entirely clear whether once you do this, if it resets or not right afterwards or at the end of the week, but I suppose we're going to find out. And obviously I'm going to open this small one first, in case Plarium have still got it wrong and I'm not going to get stone skin stuff. So let's go. First box. Okay, that's 2. Fine. Fine, okay. So it is working in that way. Next is pretty bad, but obviously, yep. Okay, and Kelvs, sure. Next is okay. Fine. If I ever get a Nuka for Sylvan Watchers faction, spoiler, there isn't any. The entire faction's legendaries are all supports, because, you know, the faction is basically meta commentary on how support is a broken role. Now, I know you're all saying, nice for Shadow Thief, why don't have him? Okay, so next is, here's the Ogre and Tribe stuff, as I mentioned. Not the worst, not the best. And then another. You thought I was making this up, didn't you? You thought it was all confirmation bias. But anyway, it doesn't matter how good or bad protectional stone skin is, you keep it in a way, because what are you going to do with the slots otherwise? Just put random spider accessories in there. Like, and last one. Okay, it's all 6 legendary and mythical. Okay, possibly. It's got a stone skin with, should be fine. Night Revenants with, could be good. And a protection ring for Sacred Order with all 3 correct stats. Okay, so yeah. It turns out that, yeah, you can't just like double or triple up if you have 3 keys that all do 1.2 billion. But yeah, this is 2 weeks of first place boxes, so for the most part, in addition to anything else you'd get normally. So I like this. I think they've done a much better job than I expected them to do, because I, alongside everyone else who has any kind of sense is always cautiously pessimistic, slightly optimistic about how it is. But yeah, they've done a good job here, and anyone who also can get decent boxes, good luck on them. And if you can't, then, well, work on what you can do, leave what you can't. Because I know people are going to say, oh, I'm missing out now on these boxes. Yeah, that's the entire thing of the game. If you can't get everything from everywhere each week, then you're missing out, sure. But what are you going to do? Just buy 500 primals and then hope you get what you want of it? Like you could do that, but it's inadvisable. And I know, fear of missing out, you don't want to feel the fear. The fear is bad, the fear of missing out. But hey, if you can get these, then great. If you can't, then work towards them. That's all concerned matter. And yeah, they've actually done a pretty decent job here, and I'll roll a few of those afterwards. Although I might wait until next artifact enhancement, because I've already finished the current one, so I'm not paid to do more. But yeah, that's me done now. I've kind of been harping on. You've probably been watching the HYDRA run, which was just, the same kid I did before. And yeah, we're done. See ya.